In these times, these reviews are getting further and further apart, aren't they? What's up, guys? It's Punk Guy here. Thanks for joining me back on my review channel. Now, like I said, these reviews are getting far and far more separated between each review, and that's because really not a lot of good stuff is really coming out that really catches my eye, that makes me want to review stuff. You know, along with the pandemic and everything else that's going on, it's kind of hard to find some good music, but I got something to soothe that itch for you guys. Of course, I'm talking about Bouncing Souls' newest album. Let's get right into it. Now, like I said, this is Bouncing Souls' 11th full-length album. Here's the front, here's the back, volume 2. This was released on Pure Noise Records as opposed to Rise Records, their last one, which was Crucial Moments back in 2019, which was a 5-song EP, I believe, which was a really great. I gave it a really high-notch reviews. If you want to see the review, click on the link. But this is their 11th full-length studio album, and this one's all acoustic. As far as the cover goes, there's not much to be said. It looks like those Essentials CD collections that you would buy from Time Life, just kind of a random picture of a guitar and some knobs and stuff in the back. Nothing really special about it. In a way, you can kind of see why they did it, because it is kind of an essential album for them. It's just a reworking of all their songs done acoustically. And it's also easy to pass off this album as just a typical acoustic album that a band puts out. You know, usually punk bands do this around the 20 to 30 year mark, kind of put out an acoustic version of their stuff, just a stripped down version. So in a true classic punk trope, it's kind of Bouncing Souls' time to rise to that occasion. Just to be upfront, I'm not the hugest Bouncing Souls fan either. I mean, I'm an occasional listener, I would say. I've been to a couple shows, I know a couple of their songs off every album or so that comes out. I do like their stuff. They're a really great band, but I wouldn't say I'm an essential listener, like I know everything about this band. And to add on to that note, I've never really been a huge fan of when punk bands go acoustic. But I totally understand why they do it. But really wanting to strip down and punctuate the writing capability, especially in punk bands, I believe punk music has the best writing in all genres of music. There's a lot of in-depth, really, good, thought-provoking things to think about in a lot of punk bands, and this gives punk bands the ability to do that, to tear away all that stuff and just, be right to the core of what the song is about. Really, for the Bouncing Souls, this album couldn't come out at a better time if you really think about it. With everything going on in the world, the quarantine, the lockdowns, no bands being able to play any shows, everyone playing live streams, and mostly all those bands playing stripped down versions of their music, a lot of acoustic shows as well. For Bouncing Souls to come out with a new album that is acoustic, for them to be able to play on streams and stuff like that, it's very serendipitous. So the album itself is an acoustic album. It sounds like an acoustic album. If you know what Bouncing Souls acoustic sounds like, this is pretty much what you're going to get. The quality is great, the recording is great, the mix is great. Greg's voice is just amazing in this album. It sounds really clear, really crisp. They haven't really lost the beat in the 30 years they've been around. Let's talk about the tracks. And the track I want to talk about the most first is Hopeless Romantic, because that is the one that definitely sticks out to me. It sounds like a total 80s synth song, something from The Cure or the English Beat. It's kind of interesting to see or think that Bouncing Souls would put out a new wave song, something that would belong in a John Hughes movie. But you know what? It's played to perfection. It really is an amazing version of this song. And so the next track I want to talk about is Favorite Everything, which came off their Crucial Moments EP last year. And this is a track that definitely has an upgrade as an acoustic version. I feel that Greg's voice really emotes a stronger emotion from his vocal melody. Just really great passion comes out of his voice in this song. And I'm not saying all the other songs don't have that too, but this one, it just really has an upgrade from the regular version of it. And also, one of the things that kind of bugs me about bands that go acoustic, they always turn their songs kind of into country versions of their song. See the last Strung Out album, or even the last Anti-Flag acoustic album I did. And for me, I gotta be honest, I'm not a huge country fan, so I don't really like that whole twanginess, but I believe Favorite Everything has a little bit of twang, and it kind of goes and ventures into that country sound without really collapsing into that whole sound, and I think it's a perfect version of this song. The track Highway Kings really shows my meekness, because I had never heard this track before. Like I said, I've never been the most hardcore Bouncing Souls fan, but I do like them. But they're just not, I've just never heard every single song that they've ever put out. So this is one track that I've never heard before, and I thought it was an amazing track. This was the track that, when I heard Bouncing Souls was going to come out with an acoustic album, I was like,
meh, whatever.
I'll pass. But I heard this track and I really loved it, and it made me want to review this album and buy this album and support these guys. I know when I got it, I really love the haunting guitars on here, how they kind of echo with the reverb throughout the song. Even when the song ends, the guitars are still strumming and they still play, and it just gives a real creepy vibe to it. The songwriting is really amazing on here. I know what the song is about now. When I go look back at the original, I can really, I think, appreciate it more. So in conclusion, if you're a Bouncing Souls fan, you're pretty much gonna like this album. It's just a stripped down version of all their other songs. It gives you what you want for the most part. It gives you the right tracks, I think, that they picked. I mean, you can argue which they could have not put on and put off. I mean, I think tracks like Gone should have stayed off and replaced it with something else because it kind of sounds too similar to it, except for they add a little bit of strings to it. And I couldn't imagine them putting Manthem on here as an acoustic song. And I think this is no better time for Bouncing Souls to actually put out an acoustic album. I was wondering if any other band should do this as well, just because of everything going on, like I said. And it is serendipitous that they do that, and it just kind of really did resonate with me a lot. Probably a lot more than if it wasn't a pandemic going on and this is an album that just came out. And give this a strong 4 out of 5 stars. I really loved it. It really just kind of hit base with me. It really gives me time to just mellow out and just, think about the words that they're really putting forward. Greg's vocals are just outstanding and really kind of hit something close to home for me. The passion that he emotes in these tracks are just great and phenomenal. And I mean, I can't really put my finger on what it is, but it's just something strong and powerful, and I think just fits perfectly with these times. Guys, I hope you guys liked my review. That was my review of Bouncing Souls Volume 2. Let me know, what did you guys think? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? What are some of your favorite tracks? What other tracks would you have wished to put on there? And don't forget to like me on Instagram at ThisPunkGuy if you like this review. Give it a thumbs. All that good stuff. You know how it goes. And sorry for taking such a long time to put out these reviews. Just not really much interesting is coming out, so I'm glad this album came out for me. But let me know what you guys thought, and don't forget to leave a comment. And I know this was my catchphrase before, but who knows when it's going to come back, but I'll see you guys at a show! Hey guys, thanks for watching that review. I really do appreciate it. But just to let you guys know, I don't have anything coming down the pipeline for a little while. So if you want your thirst quenched and you want to check out some older videos of all of 2019 that's come out, I've done a few. So click on one of the links and one of the cards and let me know what you guys think about it. And I'll see you guys in the next review.